What is going on, my YouTube family? It is your boy Zary from the XMG, coming at you today to talk a little Disney Sorcerer's Arena. Now, maybe some of you don't watch my Dragon Champions videos, but this weekend, crazy weekend for me, tearing down a deck, building half a deck, getting prepped for patio to come in. Gonna start that hopefully this weekend or next. And the Stitch event came out. I had my birthday in there. It was just crazy for me. This is my first real event. I've been playing the game for about a month, and this is my first event, and I just want to give you my feedback on that and talk about those characters if you have unlocked some of them and some synergies you could see with them. So let's jump into it. But if you're just finding me for the first time and you're liking what you're seeing, click that subscribe button, like the videos, all that good stuff that goes along with it. To all my family members out there and to all the new people who have subscribed to my channel for Disney Sorcerer's Arena content, thank you so much. The last video I made, the tech characters I'd like to see come to the game, was my most responded to video by new people, and that's a really good feeling, so thank you so much for that. So let's jump into my reaction to the Stitch event and some characters synergy that you could possibly use if you didn't get all these characters. So let's jump into it. So here we are, and the Stitch event brought 3 new characters to the game: Stitch, the Captain GANTU, and COBRA Bubbles. So the event, to me, I couldn't participate, and I'm not upset about that because I'm new to the game. I shouldn't be able to participate in a lot of different things. But it was very short. The event itself was very short, and 2 or 3 days. It just seemed very, very short to me, but maybe that's how they do things, and being my first event, I just haven't realized it. Overall, the event, if they run like that, it gives me, I hope there's some consistency here, and because it gives me the opportunity to see, alright, now I know I don't, like Dragon Champions, I have a week. Event comes out, I got a week to prepare myself, get it ready to go, and in this, I don't. I got 3 days, so it changes the way you think about the event. Pretty much if the event starts and you don't have a close shot of getting that, just take it for what it is and do what you can do. And I did not break my pattern of what I was doing for this event, which you shouldn't. You should always stay focused. You should always stay on target. So what we saw from these characters, who are pretty good, I believe, and I wish I had a test account so I could test it out, because my theory crafting brain just goes, but I'm not a whale in this game. I'm just your average player, and Baby Dolphin spend on packs that I think are beneficial. And what we're seeing is a odd mechanic of charged, right? We're also seeing a lot of slow, some defensive down, but the main mechanic here is survivability. The more health they have, the more damage they do. The more survivable your team is, they do better. And now that could be a statement of, well, every team's going to do better, Zary, the more survivable they are. And that could be the case, but that's not always the case, because there are teams like a burn DPS team where you just load it up with AoE damage dealers and you try to knock it out as fast as can. But this team is much like the Frozen team, where you need time for this to develop. And that is an interesting mechanic that I've seen with a couple teams now. So that is something to think about. And what this really brings to the table is the Oceanic team, which was sorely lacking. Here's your Oceanic team. And one big thing is here is we need Maui. We need a tank for the Oceanic team, because a lot of this is based on Oceanic team members. Now, Ariel could be the healer to keep everybody topped up so they continue to do their damage. But you need a tank with this team. When reading kits, you need a tank with this team, because Captain GANTU here, on his second ability, deals 100% bonus damage the higher GANTU's current health percentage. So we're seeing that healing and health mechanic, so you definitely want a healer. Ariel could keep him topped up and get that Oceanic tag, because here all Oceanic teammates gain tactics for 1 turn, so that is big. So we're seeing a lot of the Oceanic health synergy, so Ariel would probably be really good to run with this team. And we see it again in COBRA Bubbles move kit. right? On his basic ability where he can inflict slow, and a lot of these characters can inflict slow, so that means if you get these characters, you could use them with your Aladdin comp because you want that slow. But again, you see, deals up to 100% bonus damage the higher Cobra's current health percent is. So you want them to be full, but you want to hide them behind a tank. And there is no tank for the Oceanic team. And then you see Stitch here. Stitch, on his basic ability, he puts the defensive down, which helps your whole team damage go through the roof. Then on Stitch's second ability, 113 damage to the target opponent. Again, we're seeing the slow mechanic. And then attacks gain 10% potency for each Oceanic teammate. Perfect. But this is again why we need a tank for the Oceanic team, because Stitch's basic ability, on his turn he grows an arm. So the longer the battle goes, the more arms he grows, and he does more damage based on how many arms he does. And if this battle is over with quickly, he's not going to be able to get those arms out, and it's going to really be detrimental to your team as a whole. So you see what I'm kind of getting at here is you want a tank. You have your healer and Ariel in the Oceanic, but when is Maui coming? We need a tank, because you're going to have to use an off tank. You need a tank in this team to make it, at least what I'm reading off paper, to make it viable. And, some other possible synergies you see is anybody who benefits from a slow mechanic. Main one that comes to my mind is Aladdin, and I talked about that. So if you got GANTU, you're able to unlock him. He's still usable, and he could be, especially in tower mode, you see the synergy where you need Oceanic, then you can plug in, the Aladdin. He could be your one Oceanic character with Ariel when you need two, so he can benefit you a lot in the tower modes. But Captain GANTU, Cobra Bubbles, and Stitch kits are very intriguing to me, and I really want to see how they play out. Then just to kind of give you an overview of where I'm at here, I've just continued to work on my characters and really pushing hard for that Frozen team, so hopefully Elsa comes back and I'm able to unlock her, but probably not that soon. I have added Ian and Pete to the team. I've unlocked Mulan. Pete came out of a chest, and I was able to unlock him, so he will help in my villains team. So just continuing to stay my course and do my thing as I go throughout this game. So that is where I'm at there. So my YouTube family, just a quick video to get out about Disney Sorcerer's Arena and my thoughts on the Stitch event, and they are mixed. One, it gives me a great opportunity to see what I got to do to continue to progress in this game and how long things are, if that's the norm. So maybe somebody in the comments below can tell me if this is the norm for new events. Are they only 3 days? Do they last a week? But to me, that's just a very short time. It reminds me a lot of like a Marvel Strike Force event. Here it is, boom. If that's how the game progresses, I'm just going to have to adapt my playstyle to that game style and game mode. So that is what I got for everybody today. Just a quick video for Disney Sorcerer's Arena, where I talk about the Stitch event. Talk about, can those characters be used, which I believe they can. They can help you out in the tower mode. They can be paired with characters like Aladdin who benefit off the slow. And, even Captain GANTU or Cobra Bubbles, if you don't have like Olaf for a Frozen team, could go there because they offer that slow and the defensive down. So there is some plug and play with them, but they definitely benefit from being run with straight Oceanic characters. But we need a tank for that Oceanic team. So what tanks are we going to use? I mean, Kristoff could go in there. He's one of the best tanks in the game, and he also has the heal, so that is a plus there. So that is what I got for everybody today. More Disney Sorcerer's Arenas videos to come, at least 2 to 3 times a week. So I love y'all. Thank you for the support. Remember to subscribe and like videos and all that good stuff. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out.